This is 15 minutes of Fame's Punchlines and Politics, your #1 source for battle rap news. I am your host, Slim Rita, and this is today's news. Survivor Series Onyx went down this past weekend in the DMV area. I'm going to run down the card to you guys, as well as some matches that did not go down on that card. But first, here are the ones that did go down. We have Jack Boy Maine versus Rubando, G-Lo versus Sheed Happens, Dre Dennis versus Piranha, there was a bet on that one for $1,000. We'll get into that winner later on. Brooklyn Carter versus Presidential Dubs, Ish Moolah versus C Dollars, King Bo versus LL Cool G, Hallelujah Jones versus Rax, and the most talked about of the weekend, these two battles. First up, True Foe versus Cuban, and then Next versus Funeral Fame. Those, again, were the two most talked about battles of the weekend. Again, Dre Dennis had a matchup with Piranha for $1,000. Dre Dennis did lose his $1,000 that night. However, he shall live to fight another day. Gates of the Garden will be having an event coming up. However, now let's get into the matchups that did not occur on Survivor Series Onyx. First up, Yo Boy Clips versus Street Hymns, Dougie versus Burke Bucks, Murda versus Luck Dollars, Bars Major versus Gotti Illuminati, and K Walker versus Profilini. We hope that we can see these matches rescheduled in the future. Some of these are really fire. People were looking forward to these. So we hope that we can catch these in the future. Again, this is an app-only event. Make sure that you have the URL TV app in order to watch all of these battles. Zoo Battle League had their event in Tampa over the past weekend. They had some heavy names on this card. King of the South 3. First up, we had Official on this card. We just saw her on Kings vs. Queens in a stellar performance versus Arsenal. We had Don Marino, who recently had his battle versus Marv 1 drop on the app. We had Chef Trez, who was recently on the Philly vs. Jersey card. We seen him in a stellar performance. And we also had Craig Lamar on this card. Again, there were some names on this card. Make sure you're following Zoo Battle League on YouTube and on all social media for more information for when these battles will be dropping. King of the Dot had the Grand Prix tournament over this past weekend. The North Division Round 2 went down. They started out with an undercard. The undercard started out with Michael Ice versus Stat Boy Chuck. And with a unanimous decision in that matchup, the judges chose Stat Boy Chuck. And now for the 50K, for the people moving forward in the 50K, we have these two matchups. They started the night off with Times versus City. The judges chose Times. He will go on to battle J Murda from the East. Next up, we had Marv 1 versus Sharon. Marv 1 won that matchup, and he will be moving on and battling Excel out of the East. That will be the third round for the Grand Prix tournament on King of the Dot. As well as those matchups, we also have Disaster versus Family Man Hayes and Saint versus So Severe. Again, make sure you following King of the Dot so you can know when these battles will be going down on Twitch. Again, they start at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you're following them to catch these battles and more from King of the Dot on Twitch. Philly versus Jersey, the card dropped on Rap Grid over the past weekend. That has some heavy hitters on there. We cannot wait to hear all of the details and all the bar breakdowns that everybody gives us. Again, that one dropped on Rap Grid. Make sure you grab an account on Rap Grid so you can grab your video on demand and you can watch every single battle on that card. Speaking of Philly, Gates of the Garden. Guardians of the Gates is going down November the 28th and 29th here in Philly. That card has some heavy hitters on it, and the headline for that card is Dre Dennis versus Ill Will. Sounds like a great matchup. We cannot wait to see this event. Again, make sure you're following Gates of the Garden on all social media so you can get more details for that. Scouts Honor 2 is going down in conjunction with iBattle, OSBL, and Body Bag Battle League. We have for that one the headline, Av versus King Jables. That will be going down December 19th and 20th. That is an app-only event for the iBattle app. The VOD will also be available on the iBattle app. Make sure you grab that app. It is free on Android and iPhone. So again, make sure you grab the app so you can grab the VOD and watch those battles back. iBattle also has the Homesick event going down. That will be going down November the 21st in Connecticut. Again, that is an iBattle only event. Make sure you grab that app so you can catch the VOD and you can watch all the battles going down there. Make sure you're following iBattle on all social media. They have a Facebook group, so that way you can catch all the entire card and catch all the details about that card. OSBL has 2 events coming up in the future. First up, they have Wingsgiving going down November the 22nd. Make sure you're following them on social media so you can catch that card and catch the location and more details about that one. They also have the Road to KMM starting out December the 4th. That is a tournament that will be running every Friday in the month of December for the Road to KMM for the next star on OSBL. McWar has New World Order, the NWO, going down December the 13th in Atlanta. That is a private event. It is invite only. I'm going to read down the undercard as well as the main event for that night. First up, Onyx versus Big T. Swave Seva versus Big K. Charlie Clips versus P as the headliner for that night. McWar is your #1 league for battle rap on beats. They are one of the longest standing leagues. They had Keith Murray on their league. They've had a lot of good battles on their league. Make sure you subscribe to them on all social media. Make sure you subscribe to them on YouTube so you can catch these battles and more. Escobar Entertainment presents Boogie Nights, the short film, as well as the song. The short film trailer dropped on their YouTube channel earlier this week. That movie is featuring Murda, Mook, and Loaded Lux. They also dropped the song along with the video. That song is featuring Murda, Mook, Loaded Lux, and Avon Carter. Make sure you subscribe to Escobar Entertainment on all social media as well as their YouTube so you can get the link for that short film. This has been 15 minutes of Fame's Punchlines and Politics, your #1 source for battle rap news. Make sure you're following 15 Minutes of Fame Radio on all social media. Make sure you subscribe to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the A&R Show. I am your host, Slim Rita, and we will see you next time.
15 Minutes of Fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.